It's nothing wrong with just moving away. We didn't have to get into no big ass brawl. I didn't have to bring it to the app or nothing like that. It was okay for me to say, you know what? I've had enough. And I did not say anything bad about him that morning. When it was brought up, I literally said, that's why I don't go in the box over there like I used to. That's why I don't engage over there like I used to. He nestled in over there, and that's fine. I wasn't fucking with you. But he literally did all of this for nothing. And of course, we're going to pick and choose. Whoever you like, that's whose side you're going to be on, whether they're right or wrong. I'm not like that. So if, the thing is, if you said in Peach's Live when he was Peachtree Poppy or whoever he was, and you were okay with everything that happened, that's fine. It was okay for me to not be fine. But at the same time, I was telling Peach what I wasn't okay with. And now it's just a bad fucking thing for me to say the same thing that a straight man told him. He got on his live and said, Babs told him, you cool, but you just like chill out, you doing too much. He ain't the only one that felt that way. So I ain't gotta, I don't have to defend. I'm not gonna defend. Y'all seen what has happened. Y'all heard what was said. And I'm not gonna lie. I've already set up the legal shit. Okay? Because out of everything that's been done and said, we can roast all day, we can do that back and forth, but to tell me that somebody is a goon and I need to chill out before I'm found behind a dumpster, to get on your live and speak about my children, to get in front of all of those people and say that's why my 6-year-old flunked the first grade? Like what, nigga? So like I said, I've never lost a friend. And the people that have connected themselves to this story, y'all don't fuck with me. So Peach knows that he has some uncomfortable lies. He says some uncomfortable bullshit. You've got on here and said, I'm going to just go unalive myself and I'm just going to leave the app and be right back the next day. Man, I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. Yeah, I have made mistakes on the app. And when I really felt like I was wrong, I apologized. But the thing is, Peach has apologized to me publicly on the app so many times. But when he said I was dead to him, it just made me start looking at everything with a different eye. Because I don't say that type of shit to people. So you can call me broke. You can call me, talk about diabetes, talk about all that shit. It's okay. I don't fight my own battles. I just don't. And so this is another battle that I'm not going to have to fight, because if y'all open your eyes, you'll really see the hate train. And it's cool. Get on that bitch. And so you can call me an opportunist now, because I'm going to take the opportunity to be in my own space and fuck with people who fuck with me for real. I ain't never lost a friend. And I'd also like to say, regardless of whether y'all want to say I'm here for coins or all of that shit, you cannot put that on me to say, oh, she just go places to get coins and she just do. No. And I'm not going to go in the comments. I don't give a fuck what live we in. I'm not going in the comments and the comment cousins is naming names that they think might be gay. And you think I'm finna go back and forth to be like, no, not that person. No, not that person. And so y'all putting shit on me that it's gonna fall off because you know you lying on me. But I want to speak to the fact that I've never, ever, ever got on this app and said that So Cold was gay. I've never said that. And if So Cold would really be honest, he done already got on her and said who said he was gay.
Rolly, please.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I've never said that about So Cold. Actually, when it was said about him, I defended. I've never said that about Fireman. When his name came out, I said, nope, I ain't never heard that. Peach ain't never said that name to me, and he ain't never talked to me on the phone about So Cold. But what you not finna do is get on this app and play like you did not call me moaning about certain men on this app. Some of the shit that you would do and say was disgusting. And I decided to move the fuck away. And so I did say City Life's name. And I was about to apologize for saying it, but I realized, shit, I'm not wrong. And then City Life got on the app and said, if I did fuck with Peach or if I didn't, that's my business. And he was completely right. But let me let you know something. You should have let Peach know that it was y'all business. And Peach, you should have let Jeff know that it was y'all business. So I'm going to tell you right the fuck now, you played exactly how I wanted you to play. Okay? You let me know. I don't know if it was on purpose. But I really feel like it was on purpose. Jeff is the person who called you and said all that I said. And yeah, I did that shit on purpose. Y'all not finna keep fucking playing with me. I'm gonna get on my own shit, and every fucking thing y'all wanna ask me will be cleared up and answered. Yeah, another motherfucking name drop. And y'all not finna keep playing with me. I'm not finna keep on holding that shit. Get the fuck off me. Get off my kids. My 15-year-old right now is hurt as fuck and mad because a grown man is on the app talking about a 6-year-old who can't defend herself. Bitch is gone too far. I don't give a fuck. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me, and you know why you fuck with me. Now, I don't know exactly who you done slept with or who you done touched, but you not finna get on this app and act like you just went away because, I don't know, I wasn't opposition. Bitch, I never, ever, not one time called this man opposition. The reason why you left the app is because you were on a fake page named Sprite, and you came into my live, and I knew exactly who you were, and I called you out. And what's so crazy is I ain't seen the Sprite page since you left. But you got your ass in my live as that Sprite page, and you started fucking with Hype Mike. You were already on my phone saying, oh, I've been talking to Hype Mike, and we're getting closer, and our relationship, all that bullshit. Not knowing I was already cool with Hype Mike before you ever even came around. So yeah, I took up for Hype Mike because I was sick of seeing you do that shit. You, if you are in the community and a heterosexual person says, you know what, I don't care about that, I don't care what it looks like, I'm gonna be your friend, both of y'all owe each other respect. There was no need for heterosexual men to be in your lives and in your space and try to take up for you and be your friend, and you sexualize them. You made them feel uncomfortable. There's no reason to be talking the way that you was talking to them. And yeah, with Mr. Washington, I was already cool with him. You didn't have to do it. Mr. Washington got fucked up with me. because of what you said to him, not me. He was cool. So I'ma just say it. Like, you pissed me off, but come on now. 27, when you talked about my 27 piece, yeah, that 27 men, like I don't even know 27 men you know. And yeah, now that I'm in a correct headspace, nah, it don't need to be a list. We were all here. We were all here and watched you do and say the things that you did and said. So I've never lost a friend. You were never my friend. And the reason why that you're upset with me is because you came in my life and you apologized wholeheartedly to me and Alex. And I accepted your apology on the live, but I still didn't fool with you no more. Bring up the receipts, bring up the DMs where you have apologized to me multiple times. And when I wasn't receptive, when I didn't come back and be your friend on the app like I was at first, you ain't like that shit. I said I didn't go to Nitra's spot as much because you're there. There was no reason to try to drag me through the streets. But you want to be here. You want to be back on Messy Talk. And I'll take that, baby. Welcome back. But you can't take who I am, and you'll never, ever get me down.
Miller, hey Blaze, hey Accountability Court and all the bloggers up here. Hey Laughter. Now Laughter, I'm confused, friend. I got a couple questions. Can I ask you?
You can ask me.
Okay, so you just said that the city man, whatever the city man's name is, said if he want to mess with Peach, he gonna mess with Peach. And then you said
no. I listened to a live. I listened to a video where they were all on the panel, and they were discussing me and what was said. And he in turn said, I mean, it don't even matter. It ain't nobody business. If I did fool with him or if I didn't fool with him, it ain't nobody business. And I said that he was correct when he said that.
But then you hit me upside the head with Jeff. So then you said, repeat what you said about Jeff. I don't want to misquote you.
Said that was told to me by Jeff.
That he messed with Peach?
Jeff told me two people that actually he said Peach told him that. He heard it from Peach. So, and I know for a fact y'all can hate me, not like me all you want to, but this not the first time that that his name was implemented in what was told to people. And now that I know that I've really just been holding this shit and I've really been thinking that, oh, this is my friend. This person really love me. It ain't really no real love on this motherfucker. It ain't really just, man, say, that shit fucked up.
I'm sorry. I got to make sure I get this right because, you know, shit gets misconstrued all day, every day, and I don't want your words to be twisted. Jeff told you that Jeff told you that Peach told him that he messed with City?
Yes. And I'm not caping for nobody no more. I'm not holding in for nobody no more because it's crazy. The same people that I'm holding shit for, you talk about me like a dog. So no, don't tell me nothing else. Peach ain't heard my voice on his phone in over a year. It may be 2 years. Ain't no back end shit like that with me. Jeff ain't the first time you heard my voice on your phone in a long time. Just because I'm like, I don't want to be confused no more. So it's cool. Do what you want. Say what you want. But I'm not saving nobody else no more.
So if you're not saving, now I did catch and pick this up. You said Jeff said he said 3 names. You only gave us 2 names.
No, 2. Yeah,
you only gave us 1.
Susu, I was upset and I was pissed off at the time, but I don't have to drop no more names. I don't. That's
Is
the
the other
name.
one somebody
That's the
that's
name
a
I
little
needed
bit
to drop.
more known?
Yes, it is. And he can come tell you what was said. That's exactly what needs to happen. He can come tell you what was said. I don't give a fuck about what y'all call me. I don't care.
Somewhere laughter. And I gotta call you by your government. So laughter. What about
My government is Kalia.
Oh no, we don't want to do that.
Yeah, my
TikTok
government is
government is
Kalia.
laughter. Now, girl, now
What?
hush. Don't go that far. I want to know, what about a 6-year-old?
Peach got on his live and said that my 6-year-old flunked the first grade, and I don't know whatever else was said about her, but
Hear that part.
but I'd like to clear that up too, because she did not flunk the first grade. She's very smart. She reads on an 8th grade level, but she is autistic, and I decided to hold her back because socially, I didn't feel like she was ready to move on.
Don't even need to be involved. I'm more interested in the niggas.
They didn't need to be
Where the
involved,
kids
but
was
that was
involved
the
because that
road.
should be her
But we're
priority.
not going.
Bella, I done
That's
been quiet
Peach.
long enough, and this bitch done ran off at the mouth long enough. I need to get tapped in because I try to be patient.
That was you. Hi, Peach.
But he
Like
tapped in because
you
you
don't look like
was
we
wrong for
passing the
saying something about
baton
my
here.
damn
She
baby.
talking for 20 minutes straight. Can I respond to anything she done said?
Okay.
First and foremost,
Right.
what I said was that her priority should be on her children because she told me the situation about the child being held back another year in kindergarten. That's all that was said. I don't give a fuck about, the kids shouldn't be brought. I ain't disrespected that little baby. I ain't called her out of her name. I said that should be your focus instead of trying to go around and figure out who I'm sleeping with. That's what I said. Second of all,
That's why you shouldn't say shit about my baby.
I don't want the boxes to
Thank you,
get
boo.
broken. We've been doing good. Let's keep the boxes.
Second of all,
Can't wait. I'll just do one at a time.
she called this man and begged him to tell her that I had slept with this straight man. And he told her that's not true. So all of this foolishness about, I got a confession and I know who. Girl, ain't nobody said this shit. Ain't nobody said that. It took you 20 minutes to get to your point because you're a master of deflection. That's why all week long you had to drag in Siobhan and Nico and Black Diamond and everybody else into the bullshit instead of simply saying that from day one. You took a whole week to create this narrative and this storyline of where the information came from. On Monday, you said somebody told you. Then you started saying, well, Peach, nobody had to say anything. You were moaning his name on the phone. Now you're saying Jeff told you. You have switched this story so many times, Laugh, and that's why you're not credible.
You're switching it right now.
Bella, you better do something with him.
Okay.
You have the audacity in your mind to think that you're so important to me as if you are a god and I beg for your friendship, Laugh. Hear me loud and clearly. You offered me nothing, okay? So it ain't like me and you was getting no big bag together or we had some kind of business ventures together, Laugh. It was a social media relationship. We was cool when we was cool. And if we ain't cool no more, baby, I'm not losing no sleep. So all of this, I've never talked to Peach. I haven't talked to Peach in over 2 years. Girl, come on. You just DMing me, literally telling me that you couldn't walk, talking about Peach, I can't walk, and I'm crying about our friendship. Me and you have both apologized to one another. So all of this bullshit about how I'm just on your dick and you don't fuck with me and I'm begging you to be my friend, man, come on. This ain't elementary school, Laugh. This ain't elementary school. At the end of the day,
Pull up the DMs. Pull up the DMs.
At the end of
because
the day,
you contacted me.
At the end of the day,
yeah, at the end of the day, I don't need to.
I can't talk while she talking. We ain't a singing group.
You don't have to.
I'm Beyonce and you're Michelle. Stay in the back, ho.
Oh
at the
God.
end of the day, Barney Rubble.
Yeah.
You did all of this because you just moved into that apartment and you need the coins and the gifts because you don't work. You don't know what a.
So, Peach, hold that thought.
You muted.
Listen, my bad. I was trying to move fast. I don't want the guest box to get revoked. So hold on. I understand that this is a heated discussion because a lot of negative things were said. Y'all are doing good, but I feel like it's getting ready to get out of hand, so I'm just trying to contain the fire. Thank y'all for gifting the vloggers. The vloggers truly appreciate it. The vloggers are on mute out of respect for the show, but they do appreciate the gifts that y'all are sending. Oh, yeah, thank y'all for gifting the vloggers. Thank you. Thank you, Callie. That's truly appreciated. All right. I want y'all to continue to keep the conversation level. Audience members, can y'all please continue to run up the likes? We are almost at 500K. Thank y'all for the engagement. I don't want this to turn into a bash session, please. I wanted us to specifically speak to the direct issue, okay? Because it just turned it into insults. We don't need that right now. The issue is, as far as Peach go, you heard her saying that she don't fool with you because you be in Nitra's panel. Well, she don't go over to Nitra's panel because you be over there. You didn't realize that there was an issue there between y'all. Laugh was simply saying, listen, time went on and I just... Thank you for gifting the panel, Kylie. Thank you so much for helping with the live goal. Understand something. Laugh is saying, time has moved on. Thank you for helping with the gifts. Time has moved on. Peach is not her cup of tea no more, and he should be okay with that. It shouldn't have to come with an explanation. It shouldn't have to come with anything. She just simply walked away quietly from him. Thank y'all for the gifts. The conversation came up in her panel is what she's saying. I just want to make sure that we all on the same page as to the purpose, the reason.
The issue with that is it makes the people listening feel as if this is a person who said, I don't want to be your friend. And because I've said that, now you're harassing me and bothering me. And that's not the narrative. That's not how this took place. Me and her have not been in communication. We're not talking on the phone. We're not texting and doing any of that. Because like I said, back in October when she did what she did to me, I was cool on her then. However, we have been cordial towards each other. So for her to now be saying, oh, I don't even come over there because he be over there, and it was repeated to me as if she said it in a negative way, that's what pissed me off and made me feel away, and that's why I got at her the way I did. So to make it seem like, oh, I don't want to be cool with you and you're mad and you're jealous and you're upset, that's bullshit. That's my thing, it's bullshit. The main thing that pissed me off was that you're spreading rumors that are not true. And even when you say I didn't say certain names, you read them comments just like they're recorded on the blogs. You knew what you were doing when you opened up that with that Pandora's box. You knew what you were doing when you did that. You did it on purpose. Even now using City Life's words against him to say, well, he said if he did fuck with Peach, he didn't. That's his. Like, man, come on. You're doing semantics and now trying to make it seem like none of the men should be mad and we should laugh and joke about this shit. But y'all know good and damn well if I had did it to somebody, if this was me in her position and I went on the panel and did that to Brain King or one of these other men, y'all would have my head on a fucking platter. Oh, why is he doing?
Hold that thought right there because I wanna direct that question to Laugh. So Laugh, understand Peach's main issue is that when you started speaking on your feelings about why you removed yourself from him, you stated that you did not like how he was engaging with the men. His behavior with the men was very inappropriate to you. So now I do have some questions for you, Laugh. Laugh, when he used to be on the phone having these conversations with you, or even when he was on his live, were you openly expressing that you were uncomfortable with the way he was behaving? Or were you engaging? Were you laughing while some of that stuff was happening? Just to focus on that one part. Were you laughing and engaging while he was doing all that? When he was live or when he was on the phone having these conversations with you, with the men? Laugh, your mic is on mute.
Okay. I did laugh with him on his panel on a lot of things. I also expressed to him on the front and the back end when I was uncomfortable, when I felt like, nigga, you tripping, like you doing too much. I expressed that on the front and the back end. And anybody who, man, it's times that I would leave his live. Like, man, you tripping. Because I seen people be uncomfortable. But I was on his live laughing and joking and doing all of that. I was.
Real quick, stay right there. Do you think that might have sent him mixed signals that you were okay? Because one minute you saying you got a problem with it, but the next minute you laughing and you cheering me on. Can you just
it wasn't no back and forth though, Bella. It wasn't no back and forth. It wasn't like, oh, I'm in here laughing and joking with you, and then now I don't like it right now, and then the next day I'm in here laughing and joking with you. No. It got to a point to where it wasn't joking no more, it wasn't playing no more. I seen people be uncomfortable.
Okay. All right. So now I do have to pose another question for you though, Laugh. Do you understand that because, matter of fact, let me slow down. Do you recall saying you had a list of men that Peach allegedly hooked up with, and as a result, they no longer are on this side of the app? Do you recall saying that? Thank you, Retty.
I recall saying that there are people that are not around anymore, and the people that were in his live stopped going to his live so often. But when we talk about a list,
Right.
when he said he said something about my 27 piece, and I was like, I said something about 27 niggas or whatever. I don't even remember saying list. Y'all would have to play the live back for me because we were going back and forth. But I made a joke when he said 27. But what I did say was, stop playing with me before I expose the people that you were personal with, the people that you really did talk to or fuck with off this app. And so we were going back and forth, and I should not have even said anything about exposing him. I should not have said that.
Thank you, Retty.
I think that when it comes to that, it was okay for me to just like say fuck it, move on. If people are comfortable with it, fine.
So, Laugh, stay right there because Jeff, he just walked in. I think he's in the audience now. Jeff, you know how this goes.
You don't have to worry about it. I will drop. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate it. Now, before you drop, Susan, I want to say we already know Jeff is not required to come up here. Jeff, you were spoken on, okay? So, it was revealed today by Laugh that allegedly this whole fiasco of Peach hooking up with men on the app was told to her directly from you. You told her this. So Jeff, you do not have to get a panel. If you want to just stay in the audience and speak to it, that is your choice. If you don't want to say anything at all, that is your free will. But I just want you to understand why your name was mentioned. Okay? It's been a roller coaster trying to figure out what was going on. Again, everybody know Peach, he does what he does. He's not private or hiding about what he likes, how he likes. He's not doing any of that. But it took people by surprise when it was alleged that he ran people off from this side of the app because they just didn't want people to know that they had some type of encounter from the bedroom, apparently. Some type of encounter with him. It's being alleged that you started it and Laugh kept it quiet all this time. So, Jeff, I just want to know, did you or did you not tell Laugh that information? You can simply say yes or no in the audience. But you do not have to come up in the panel. I see that there is another vlogger here, so I'll open up that space for them in the meantime, but you do not have to speak to it at all. We already understand how court goes. So
Said no. Like I said, she's a liar.
hold on. He responded. Oh, sorry, the comments is moving. So yep, there it is. Laugh. Jeff said no. He did not tell you that. Okay, Laugh. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. It's looking like you on your own.
You thought that he was gonna say yes? That's crazy to me. But you know what? Let me tell you something. But wait, let me tell you something.
Hold on,
Matter of fact, Peach is the reason.
Hold on, just to be fair. We just had Poozy do it earlier. She's a great example. Even though it might have sounded a little whatever, might have made her look however, but she told the truth.
Bella?
When I asked her,
she didn't. I'm gonna tell you, Poozy said that all of y'all got HIV and all of y'all need to be
off track. Forget that example. Let's leave that example alone because I don't want us to get off track. When I asked her certain questions, she did tell the truth. Now, later on down the line, if y'all felt like she was giving some half truth, we ain't gonna focus on that. When I applauded her, because it was in that moment she was telling the truth. So let's not get distracted. I want us to stay focused. Laugh. He is specifically saying, no, he never told you that. And I guess my only question is, was this a phone call? Was this a text message? Because respectfully, you on your own. He's not admitting, if he did, he's not admitting to it. Do you have any proof?
I never expected for him to, honey. I never expected for him to. Of course, he's not going to get up here and say, yeah, I said that. I knew that. And I'm always on my own. Hell you mean? I'm always on my own. They're going to pick and choose. But all I'm telling you is, again, I've never lost a real friend. I appreciate all the laughs. I appreciate the coins, the cat, whatever it is that you all have done for me and my family. I don't be bullshitting on that. Anytime somebody has given me something, I show you that that's exactly what I did with it. Whatever you gave it to me for, that's exactly what I did with it. He mentioned that I did move into a new place. It's not an apartment, but it doesn't matter. It's my place, and it's my place right now to say, I don't care how you feel about me. I ain't lied on.
Laugh, I want you to pause right there. Jeff is here.
Good morning.
It's been
okay. So since it's coming out, let me just first say this.
Yeah.
I humbly respect Peach and humbly respect Laugh. Laugh. We had I respect both of them. So since this is, we'll just clear it up, and I'm going to tell you verbatim what was said on the phone. It was a phone call, okay? And, she said, Peach has been, messing with me, let's say. And what she said was, I know some shit went down in Chicago. And he may have, I think he slept with City Life. And I said, you think so? Because what was said to me, I said, well, me and Peach had that conversation. And I said, Peach said City Life was cool and he was nice and he drove us around. And that was all that he did. Peach told me that. That was way, way back then. And that was it. That was the end of City Life's conversation. We had other conversation, but that concerning that was it. I said, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something did, but I don't know because I haven't seen City Life. And that was the end of the conversation.
Okay. So
and I respect both of them, and I'll still talk to them. I'll still talk to Laugh. I'll still talk to Peach. But at the same time, I did not say, "Oh, Peach told me he slept with," because we didn't have that conversation because That didn't happen.
So what I've written down, what you're saying is Laugh initiated the conversation about city life.
Yes, that's correct.
Turn. So I just made that call to Jeff to make sure that what was told to me was what that was. And so after I made that call to Jeff, I already knew that Jeff was bullshitting because Jeff knows that he told me that. He knows that he told me that. So when I made that call the other day and you deflected like that and did all that shit you did and then tried to divert my attention to some more shit that I didn't care about, I knew exactly who you were. And that shit really hurt. But it's okay, Jeff. You don't have to say anything that you told me. You know the conversations that we had. And we're not talking about the other day when I called you and proved to myself that you have been talking to Peach and talking to me. You've been talking about, you've literally been playing both sides. And so when I found out, I made that call just to make sure you were bullshit. But let's talk about the first call when you actually told me. Because I didn't even know shit about it. Talk about the first call when you told me. Not right now while you trying to clear it up. Because I called you on purpose. Got your number on purpose because I ain't been talking to you. But I called you on purpose just to make sure you were on the bullshit that you are on now. So you done got caught up in bullshit before, and I had my opinions about it, but I kept it because I really thought that you were a friend. But talk about when you told me. Talk about the first phone call when we talked about those two people. It didn't come from me, Jeff. It was you telling me information that you got from Peach. Because mind you, at that time, I wasn't talking to neither one of y'all, but I fucked with you. So that's the only reason why your name came up is because it's crazy how y'all sit around and watch me be called fucked up names and watch me be called liars and shit, and you know for a fact what's being said. So there were two different phone calls. On that first phone call, months ago, whenever it was, last year before last, you told me that.
But you
and
didn't
I never say nothing about. Hold on, Peach. I didn't even say nothing to Peach about it. But
okay, so if I need to give Jeff the opportunity to respond to what you just said. I need him to have the opportunity to respond because he pretty much was summoned in this conversation. So, Jeff, do you understand what she's referring to when she's saying there was another phone call? Do you know what she's talking about?
No, I never brought up city life in a phone call until the other day. Now, Laugh.
serious?
Listen.
Okay.
I gave you a chance to talk, Laugh. And I know 100%. City life has never even uttered in my mouth on a private conversation other than a text that me and Peach had when I said, how was Chicago? How's city life? And I don't even know when that date was, but we never, ever, ever had a conversation, Laugh, about city life until the other day. That's 100% true.
I understand why your voice shaking, and now I understand.
It's not even shaking. My voice is shaking.
Now I understand why y'all record phone calls. I ain't never recorded no phone call, but Jeff, I really feel like it's fucked up that you know for a fact you done ran names. You done ran our names of people who you call friend. You done ran our names to each other. You done told our business. You done did a whole lot. And for you to get up here, and I know for a fact you wasn't gonna say, yeah, I told her that. I know that. But it's really cool. It's okay.
Robin Villain. Okay.
Can City Life have his apology now, and we can move to the next case because this is bullshit.
Apology from me. You gonna have to go get it from 2023.
Laugh. You need
But
to
you always
apologize
not
to
gonna
City
play.
Life. I don't want
No.
one from you
I
because
was
your words
going
mean nothing
to.
to me.
You can't make me say shit.
You've clearly been proven a liar like you've
No.
always been.
That's fine. But
The realest thing on you is the hair that you glue in your head. Please.
Okay.
Peach, I ain't doing that shit with you.
So,
I don't.
I have a question for you then. Since we do have Jeff here, he's saying he don't recall saying there was another phone call or whatever. You might be able to trigger a memory. Do you remember the name of the second person outside of City Life?
Name, but I shouldn't even say City Life name. So of course I'm not gonna say that second one. Jeff can tell you the second one. And maybe Peach can tell you the second one because they had the conversation.
He's saying he never even talked to you in that manner about either people involved. He only spoke to City Life because allegedly you initiated that conversation and it wasn't in the manner that you presented it. He said Peach was like, well, he was cool. He rode us around the city, but it was nothing on that level of bedroom activity.
Why did he tell me that though, Bella? Why would Jeff just call me and say, hey, Pete said that City Life was cool and they just had a good trip? I didn't even know that they were going. I didn't even know that he was in Chicago. I didn't even know that they had met up. So why would Jeff just call me and say, hey, they had a good time in Chicago?
So what he said was when y'all were having a conversation, you initiated it. You started the conversation off by asking about City Life.
No. There were two different phone calls. When I called Jeff the other day, I called him to make sure that he was on the bullshit that he on. And when he, like, it's crazy, that you told me something, then you gonna sit on the phone with me talk about, well, I don't know, it was so long ago. No, we had two phone calls. And on that first phone call, there was no reason for me to bring up City Life, no reason for me to bring up Peach, none of that. So I'm not finna.
Laugh, I hurt you this much that you a lie like this.
Babe, you haven't hurt me, honey.
This is crazy. This is really crazy.
Okay, so
This is really crazy, Laugh.
All right, babe. I know you still love me. It's okay.
This is astronomical.
Hey, I don't give a fuck what you got to say about me, Peach, because you are a grown man that asks me for money and then say I'm broke. So
that's
fuck
not
out.
the point here.
Don't say nothing else.
Stop trying to change the narrative. You said right. I slept with a man I never touched.
No, you told Jeff that y'all had relations or whatever the fuck y'all did.
Me and Jeff never had that conversation.
Boy. Hey, you know what?
And then you laughing about it like this is the person that y'all want to be the truth.
It's okay.
This is y'all comedian.
Okay.
This is y'all OG.
I ain't nobody's comedian.
Well, you claim to be.
You claim to be.
You think you are?
No, I don't. Nigga.
This is crazy.
I ain't never got on here and said, I'm a comic, I'm a comedian, I'm a nothing. I came to this.
Is crazy. I live in Atlanta.
It is crazy that Bella, you feel like you got to get back on this side off of me.
Bella, can I please speak now?
No, I was going to say, so I do, because Peach, he sat quietly for a while as well. I
live in Atlanta, Georgia. Do you know the unalive rate of queer and transgender people in this city alone? And so for you to get on this platform in front of thousands of people after you paraded around in October to want to protect black men and keep black men safe from me, and now you've lied on a black man. What if that black man would have got in his car, came to Atlanta and unalived me all over a fucking lie that you're spreading because you're hurt and don't know how to control your feelings? This is disgusting. You done dragged Jeff into this. Jeff don't even be in drama. And now because Jeff don't want to go along with the narrative, now she turning on Jeff. Just like she dragged Siobhan into it. She dragged Nico into it. She dragged Black Diamond into it. She dragged Nowhere into it. You named all these people all week long because all you had to say was, I was pissed off and I lied. I was upset and I said some stupid shit. This is crazy. City Life don't deserve none of this. So-called fighter man, none of them. And let me say for the last time, yes, ma'am. I have made some mistakes on this platform, clock that T, not denying that. I said on my live the other day, the first mistake I ever made was coming on this platform and venting about a man that stopped texting me back. If dude said he don't want to fuck with me no more, I should have moved the fuck on. So I participated in that bullshit and helped people create that narrative. That was a fuck up that I did. But to go from some shit from last year to now, I trusted you. I talked to you for hours on the phone. I thought you were a sister. Every time I talked to you, we was on the phone for hours laughing and giggling about a lot of bullshit, about real life, about this bullshit on this app. And I really thought you was my motherfucking friend. When we was in that group chat after we left Siobhan's live, you approached me and said, Peach, I fuck with you. I see how you get treated. We should link up together, friend. You initiated all of this shit. And now you sit here and you act like you so hurt and I don't give a fuck. I ain't never lost a friend. Man, you're full of shit. And that's exactly why you was with that man for 20 plus years and he never put a ring on your finger. That's exactly why you had a struggling comic career that's never going to go anywhere. That's exactly.
All right, so hold on, because we're not going to have a tear down session. I don't want that.
I ain't going to tear it down, but I'm just saying, Bella, everything that is happening to you is for a reason. And for you to get on this platform like this and lie, I would never fuck with you again. Even if there was an option to do so. Because if you will make up a lie like this, you will lie about anything. You don't have to apologize to me about anything. But them black men that you play with and act like you care so much about, them the ones you owe an apology to, Laugh. That's who you owe an apology to. So you can act like you don't care and you can act like it's all jokes and laughs and it's big fun. But that's weird as fuck. And any black man that's on the back end laughing and talking with you dumb as fuck. Because guess what, boo? Hype Mike, I know you got in his motherfucking ear about that Sprite shit because you told me that he was cash apping you to get food. He was asking you to eat on live like a pig. So you thought him getting cool with me was going to fuck up your cash out money. I never wanted that man. I met that man and he was very respectful. Never tried him sexually or none of that shit. You put that bullshit in his head to make him think, oh yeah, Peach finna try you. Peach finna try to get at you. You did that bullshit and he can't tell me no motherfucking different. Bella, I'm getting out of this panel because this shit right here is so motherfucking sickening and I'm happy that 2.5 thousand people in this motherfucking live watching it. Laugh, you are the scum of the fucking earth, bitch. I'm done with you.
Okay, so now that he's performed, and I'm pretty sure it was good. You had a couple of months to write all that down and do all you did, babe. But I don't really have to argue about what you did in 4K. Nobody has ever heard me say that So Cold was anything but heterosexual. Nobody's ever heard me say that Fireman was anything but heterosexual. All of that shit is performative, babe. I thought you were my friend too. That's why when you asked me for money, I sent it to you. All of the money that I sent to you could have been spent on my kids. And you say that my daughter should be my main focus, which she is. That's why you don't see me on the app 24/7. But everything and of course he gonna run and I stay here, but everything you just said was performative. And I didn't bring anybody into this situation that didn't put their self in it. So look, like I said, if you fucked with me, if you sent me anything, I appreciate it. But I don't have to perform. I don't have to perform to get back on this side. Please, pick your side and stay there. If you on Pete's side, cool. You on my side, cool. It's fine. But Peach know I ain't lied on him. Jeff know I ain't lied on him. And you know what? For the record, City Life, I do apologize for bringing your name up. Because it is y'all business, and it probably should have stayed on the back end. But other than that, I don't owe nobody no apology. Y'all always ask for proof and receipts. But the proof and the receipts, Peach got them. He knows why I said I can't walk, but I'm sitting here crying over our relationship. Because you messaged me apologizing to me about some shit you know you shouldn't have said and did to me. You've apologized to me on live. Why are you steady apologizing to me and I've not apologized to you? Because you know deep down inside you're wrong. And you're wrong for a lot of shit. So I'm cool. And Jeff, I just want you to, you know what, Jeff, it's crazy because Peach is the reason why you stopped being around. But y'all can go on with it. Go on with it.
I'll say this, because I'm not going to carry on to any other subject but what this subject is. It wouldn't make sense for me, Lab, when you called the other day and you said, I think something went down with City Life. And I said, you think so? All he told me was City Life was cool, he was really nice, and he drove us around. If a first phone call I told you about him and City Life hooking up, then it wouldn't make sense for the second call. I would have doubled down because guess what? I haven't talked to Peach in a very long time. Very long time. I haven't even talked to you in a while. But why I would have just doubled down on what I told you the first time if that was the case.
Oh, you wouldn't have, Jeff, because you've been here watching.
I let you finish.
Okay, my bad.
I did let you finish, okay? So it wouldn't make sense for the second phone call. And I told you my exact words, you think so? I don't know, because that's not what he told me. He didn't tell me that. So all I'm saying is because, and I first of all, I don't get into stuff. You know what I'm saying? And so I would have never have came up in this live if my name's not called. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know this was happening until I think it was 2-3 days. Actually, it was the day after you called me. Then I found out that this was going on, or whatever the case may be, because I just didn't know. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, and it would have stayed that way. But then bringing up my name, and guess what? If I told you that, I would say I did say that. But I'm not going to back up a lie.
But Jeff, you know I'm not lying. No, hold on. Jeff, you know I'm not lying. And you know conversations were had. So, like I said, all this shit needed to happen. It needed to happen because I really thought you were my friend. So it's okay.
All right, so Laugh, I take it that's pretty much all you had to say to the situation?
Yeah. And Bella, respectfully, I just came here because ain't nobody finna tell me, oh, I'm a runner, I'm running, and I'm not fit. No, I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm gonna stand in what I said. I'm gonna stand in what was told to me. And anybody who put themselves in a situation, I knew why they did.
Okay.
Lastly, I thought you were my friend.
Jeff,
I thought you were my friend. I would never. You would have been on a list. If somebody said, who would you think would lie on you? You wouldn't have never been on that list, Laugh. And
I know I wouldn't, because I ain't lied on you, Jeff. Quit playing with me.
I'm not even playing.
You done been calling lies,
and I'm not going to argue with you
deflect
either.
And run.
But that is not.
Yeah, you manipulate now, and it's okay, Jeff. Don't just. Just stand in it. I want you to stand in what you saying right now, and just know it's okay.
I am 100% free and clear. I will sleep.
No, you're not, Jeff.
And
You done fucked over us. You done fucked over us. The day ones that was fucking with you, you fucked over us on the back end and ran our names, told each other business and all of that. And I didn't think that I was a part of that, but now that I know that I am, now that I prove that I am, it's okay.
All right. So it's clear that there's not going to be any resolve. And thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. Thank you, Heartbreaker. It's not going to be no resolve whatsoever pertaining to the situation. But we were able to hear all parties involved. Jeff, I do appreciate you coming up. Laugh, thank you for coming up. Peach, thank you for coming up. But we are getting ready to get to the bottom line. Now, Laugh did take accountability, and she admitted that she was wrong for bringing City Life name up, so I will give her that. But she said anything else she's not apologizing for. You cannot force an apology. But she did own up to bringing up his name. So we're not going to downplay any accountability at all. Okay? However, she said that Jeff was the one who told her this information. Y'all heard it here in 4K. That man denied everything that she said. So with that being said, unfortunately, a friendship will not be reconciled. Y'all did witness what happened throughout the week, things that were said. So I do have to leave it up to y'all. So my question is, after hearing testimony from all three parties, unfortunately, three parties because Jeff did get involved. He was apparently an eyewitness, okay? Or character witness, per se. He was a character witness that it didn't go in the direction that it was supposed to go for Laugh, unfortunately. So, was Laugh wrong? Was Laugh wrong for stating that Peach had any private acts with men on this app? I gotta be careful with my words. Was Laugh wrong for putting it out there that Peach had interactions with men in the bedroom from this app? Red, yes. Blue, no. Was she wrong for that? Okay. Okay. The people have definitely spoken. I'll get ready. Hold on. So before you say anything, I apologize because I was going to wait to bring you up. So before you say anything, I just want to get some of these questions out. I appreciate your patience, Nikwa. Get some of these questions out and then. All right. So the majority said Laugh was wrong. Okay. Next question I have to pose. If that did happen, if Peach did interact with any men on this app, was it our business to know? Was it our business to know if Peach slept with anybody on this app? Red, yes. Blue, no. Was it our business to know any of it? For the one saying yes, I am curious as to why. When you are not voting, continue to run up the likes. I appreciate the engagement. We have over 500K in likes. Thank you for the engagement. And thank you to those who have been subscribing and sending out subscriptions. So far, Mrs. Sweet is still in the lead for the most gifts sent. Okay? So the majority said no. It was not our business to know if he was being intimate with anybody on the app. I'm going to pose it, even though it might not come to fruition, but I'm going to ask anyway. When the smoke clears, do y'all think at some point a conversation will be held for Peach and Laugh to be friends again? Red, yes. Blue, no. At some point, do y'all see them having a conversation to be friends again? Okay. Nikwa, I appreciate that you were patient during these questions. What did you want to add to the conversation?
Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna try to talk calm because I'm on my last page. So please, y'all, let me make it. It's my last page. So I just think it's so scary, right? That I hate when people ask right after they say right after they say a statement. So let me take that out. But I think it's very scary when somebody can just be a habitual liar and make up fairy tales and situations on people, and they don't even realize that it can cause like it can really cause some terrible shit to happen. And I think that apology was fake and phony. I think she just needs to keep them people, including me too, name out of her mouth. I've been told y'all a couple years ago she was fake. She's fake. Now she's up here talking about Peach accepting money from her. Well, you accepting money from people that had stuff to do with their children. So while you up here doing all this lying, now you done turned on Jeff and anybody else that don't go along with your lies, you're going to turn on them. But she's ultra fake. Ultra fake. So anyway, y'all proved her wrong because she can't come with no receipts and none of that. And I'm just happy that y'all proved who she was this week. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Bella, for letting me up in the panel. If you have any questions, I'm here, though.
I mean, well, based on your commentary, it sounds to me like you didn't have a good good engagement with her either.
No, she what she does is she get on the phone with everybody. So she got everybody's phone number. And she makes it seem like everybody is doing something to her. Everybody is not supporting her.
I apologize for interrupting you, but they're posing the question in the audience that I missed. So they wanted to know, because she did call Jeff up to be a character witness, they wanted me to pose the question if Jeff was telling the truth. The testimony that he gave today, do y'all think he was telling the truth? So that's the question that they wanted me to pose. Do y'all think Jeff was telling the truth today? Red, yes. Blue, no.
I don't.
Yeah, the numbers is quite high. on both sides. That's interesting. It's a lot of people saying no, even though y'all, geared to. I'm not gonna lie, the numbers is very damn near split. Someone in the audience said he covered his ass.
Sound credible. He sounded like he was lying up his ass as well.
Wait, this is getting close. Hold on, wait a minute. This might go another way. Y'all have less than 10 seconds to put your vote in. Oh, that just took a turn. Oh shit. So the audience think Jeff was not telling the truth. Oh, that took a turn. Damn. Someone in the audience said, Jeff, you ain't a good liar. Oh shit. Now that just took a turn that I was not expecting. Now laugh before you come back up, because I did interrupt Niqua while she was talking. Niqua, I'm listening. What was your reasons for why you feel the way that you feel?
Oh, I was just saying that she just does this thing, and she done it up here multiple times today, and she just makes it seem like nobody is supporting her when everybody is supporting her. Everybody talks to her on the back end, and then she goes to this person and say, such and such said this about you, and I don't really like how she. But it's all just to start mess. All just to start mess, and everybody has a problem with her. Everybody doing something wrong to her. I just think y'all need to see through that bullshit for real, because it's so crazy, and it's just like she'll get up and lie and manipulate and make it seem like one thing is another, and before you know it, you're giving her money. Like, it's crazy. So anyway, I just feel like the City Life situation, or any of the guys who was mentioned or it was insinuated, she should have never did that. I hope City Life do not accept her fake ass apology, because it was fake. That's what I hope. And I hope that y'all get from around, because it's crazy.
And Bella, I just want us to clarify, because I see people are confused when they're saying, well, why were certain things said? Because they fit the narrative. I went to a group trip to Chicago. That's where me and City Life were in the same city. So when you're trying to tell a story, you have to make a sense why or how these people were in the same time frame together. That's why his name would have been dropped. Dr. Phil was also on the trip with us. Then when people say, well, why would she lie on Jeff? Because she knows that me, her, and Jeff all were on the back end at some point communicating with one another. So that's why these things and these people got put into this situation, if that helps people understand why certain names were said and not others. I saw somebody say, well, she could have said anybody's name, but I wasn't in anybody's city.
While you are up here, somebody did send a message saying, Peach, we remember you antagonizing straight men. So.
Well, and some of your favorite straight men were sending me their phone numbers. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what y'all do and don't remember. I took accountability for what I said to certain men, and that has nothing to do with the narrative that was painted this week. I haven't slept with one person on this platform and don't intend to. And what I do know is that anything I do in my bedroom, I don't bring to the social media app, unlike some people. So you can never put me in that same narrative with these other hoes y'all love.
Can I ask? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, wait 1 moment. I ain't gonna hold you real quick. I got another message. They did drop the name of the other person that it is alleged. Here in accountability court, we have no dog in the fight. If a situation is presented in court, we will discuss it. But we have no involvement. This is not our fight. This is not our situation. Do not start harassing us over the things that you hear from panelists, comment section, or the audio that is played. We receive messages based on the cases that is being discussed. Sometimes questions come in, etc. But don't pop no motherfucking attitude with us over here in the accountability court on behalf of what's going on. It is not personal to us. Now, this name came in. I do not know why. Just like we didn't know why City Life name was mentioned, but this message came in. It said the other man is Hoover.
Be so fucking for real. Be so for real.
In the comments, it immediately started flooding that. Y'all stop playing.
Like, at this point,
because I know how it works. Oh, that's what the message said.
May I ask you
that was just to shake today up, because there's no way.
My point, but
not that it's impossible. Not that Hoover definitely seemed like he swings at in that direction, but he wouldn't. I don't think that he or Peach would do that, especially with how everything gets back to messy talk. So no, but
but you know how it is. HB, perfect example. When you do your messy mail, some of the shit that come in, it be out of pocket, but the mail came in, you're going to read it. So before y'all start that weird shit, the message came in on Cash App. I read it. If it do not apply, move the fuck on. I don't want to hear it.
All right, I just want to ask Peach one question. If it were found out that Jeff was lying allegedly, would you change your stance a little bit with with Laugh?
So here's the thing. I've never known Jeff to be a liar, and I don't believe Jeff ever told her that. I honestly feel like this entire week, Laugh has concocted this story because this is my thing, Blaze, and you're a very sensible person. Laugh held a tour on me back in October. She went around with Hype Mike and Bray King, and because at the time me and Bray had an issue with each other. And she spoke about all the men. She named Babs and Mr. Washington, and she named all of these men who she said I had been predatory against, who I had said inappropriate things to, who I had offended. Why didn't you say this back in October? You had named everybody else's name. You had listed all of the other names. If you said that y'all had this conversation such a long time ago, why didn't you say it? Like, why would you hold on to that one name and not listen with all the others that you were going around listening and keeping it real? So that's why I feel like this is something that she fabricated because she wanted the moment. And so, no, I don't know him to be a liar. And regardless of what is said, I never want to deal with her again. The narrative that she painted all week is flat-foot disgusting. And I don't watch the Flintstones anymore, so I don't want to be friends with Barney Rubble.
No, I'm not saying that. So basically just saying no, if you found out Jeff was lying, your stance wouldn't change at all.
There was no lie. There was never a lie. Just like
I'm saying if he lied. I mean, if you found out if he were lying. I'm not saying he did. I'm just saying if you found out that
if I found that he was lying, I would not change my stance whatsoever. Fuck her.
Thank you.
The answer's not changing.
Okay. All right.
Was it her that sent the Cash App, Bella?
Neek, well, we can't disclose that unless it's $50 behind it.
No. You tried to do there.
100 in this case, because that's deep.
See what you tried to do. No. So listen. All right. Laugh if you're still here. Like I said, if you wanted to come up and speak to what Nico had to say. Nico, was there anything else that you wanted to add?
I'm just saying you got to put her on a 1 minute showtime when she come up here because she going to monologue every time. It's going to take her an hour to get her point out because she got to go through 3 different emotions to get it out. So that's all I'm saying. And that's it, guys. Oh, Bella, if it be something that y'all talking about and I was kind of involved in a little bit, can y'all do it at 12 o'clock? Because y'all know I don't wake up early.
Oh, yeah. No problem. You good. You ain't got to worry about it. We, as far as how things transitioned into that conversation that I know you're speaking of, we done already dove into that last year, so you didn't have to that being brought up again, so you're good.
All right. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome, Nico. We appreciate you stopping in.
And I just wanted to say in front of 2.3 thousand people, And again, this is just me saying this because it's the right thing to do. I appreciate Nikwa. I appreciate Siobhan and everybody who stood up and told the truth. I know that me and her haven't been in the best space, but I respect her for saying this man is not like that, because a lot of people were sitting in the comments laughing and giggling when the bullshit was said. So I respect her for being an adult and doing that. Nothing but positive energy moving forward with everyone except for the Flintstone. Bye, Bella.
Thank you for coming up, Peach. Laugh, you do have the floor. Polymesia, I'm not sure if you need to like turn your Wi-Fi on and off, but it's just buffering. Go ahead, Laugh.
The same thing that happened this week just happened today. That it really could have stayed between me and Peach. But Nika came up again and inserted herself for her own reasons.
Okay. So can I speak to that? So technically, Nikwa would be I guess you would say, a character witness for Peach, because she's speaking to her experience as far as your character. So it's not that she wouldn't be involved necessarily. Just how you expected Jeff to come in and be not an eyewitness, but a character witness as well. But that kind of took a turn that you didn't expect. So just saying.
It didn't take a turn that I didn't expect. I didn't expect him to come up here and tell the truth. I didn't.
Oh, okay. I get what you're saying.
But
Okay.
the thing is, you don't have to warn somebody about people. People gonna see themselves. But sometimes when people want to make sure that you down, they come up with the bullshit. Nikwa inserted herself, just like she inserted herself when it all first started.
How you feel about Siobhan?
Siobhan just wants to eat. The bitch works at Applebee's, stealing the half-price wings. That bitch means nothing to me. So the thing is, Siobhan inserted herself in this too, because she's also somebody who wants to see me down. Okay, so Siobhan is actually the person who said that So Cold was of the community. Siobhan is also a person who said that Jeff has called and lied and spreaded names and ran all our names.
Wait, she said that. Now she did admit to the whole calling So Cold a man of the.
Yeah, but she didn't say what she really said back then. And the thing is, I've been here long enough to see what happens. Y'all do shit and then y'all leave and wait for the people to filter out and wait for new people to come who really don't know the history of what's happened. And then you try to reinvent and recreate yourself. Like Siobhan inserted herself too. And I'm going to tell you why, because maybe y'all missed it. When I was in your live, HB, and Nikwa came up to defend City Life, which was fine. I don't have a problem with her defending City Life. I didn't go at Nikwa for defending City Life. I went at Nikwa for going into Peach's live and talking about me with Peach. But while we were in your live, HB, Nikwa said that I was wrong for bringing up City Life's name.
Thank you, sweet.
If I didn't know for a fact that he was whatever, I shouldn't have brought his name up. And Siobhan was in the comments saying, I agree with Nikwa.
Okay, so you're saying, hey, it's how could you agree with her? But you in the back in the day, you said something about So Cold. So I understand that, and I think at this point we've got all the way down to the meat and potatoes with this case. If I'm going to give my honest, raw opinion as a juror, thank you, Bougie. I'm going to say this. I think between you and Peach's spat that you guys had, you threw something out there. You're like, you better chill out before I give up these amount number of people that you mess with from off this app. But when Peach dared you to do so, Laugh, I think that's where I don't think you were being honest in that moment. I don't think it was a certain amount of names. I think you just, like you said out of your own mouth on my live, you speculated. And you said that one name and it still didn't come how you were threatening for it to come out. Okay. It's not something Peach told you. It's not something the person told you. It's something you said you got from a third party and we don't know who that third party is, etc. I think that, Peach confided in a couple of people and they got in his business and they told it to one another or others as T. I think that's just what it is. I don't think you're the only person that Peach confided in and told his business. And I think that's just what it is. And that's just what it was, to sum it all up. So yeah. And that's just that.
All right.
I know for a fact that I'm not the only person that had that conversation. I know that there's been a lot of talk on the back.
Yeah, but it's just been a lot of speculation. Nobody has had anything concrete about Peach. It's been a thing where Peach says, "Hey, I went to the store with so and so," and they're like, "Peach went to the store with so and so." "Oh, I went to the river and went fishing with this man from the app." "Oh, thank you, Patrice." "Oh, me and Pete. Oh, you heard Peach was at the river with so and so." But it ain't no it's just speculations. Ain't nothing factual. It's just like, it might have happened. This could have be the case. This, that, and the third. A straight man can hang with GAY man and it not be a problem. They can converse on the phone. They could do all those things. You admitted that it was speculation, and that was that. And it is late in the morning, guys. We do have other big, fat, juicy cases to get into. Thank you, DMV Mike, for gifting. Welcome in.
HB, I understand you saying that, but I think the thing that makes it different for me is if you call me on the phone saying, "Oh, Laugh."
Ron, shut your ugly ass up, huh?
Yeah, no,
I'm always confused, huh?
You said what?
I was talking to LeBron.
Oh, yeah, don't call me moaning on the phone about no man. And then when I heard that y'all don't...
Well, that's something that Peach also did on the panels. So that was like not secretive. It was just I do it all the time with certain girls. We're not together. I think people know that, but I do it on the app too. It's nothing that I hide.
No, HB, it was completely different from what you do. And you weren't there. You weren't there to witness his lives. So I just want you to understand, nobody is uncomfortable in your life. Nobody is turning a lip up.
How do you know?
I don't think so. Because I just don't think so. It's completely different.
I flirt with straight women all the time, and we don't know if they're uncomfy or not. They may say chill, HB, but we it's not that big of a difference. It kind of falls along.
No, you had to be there. It's one of them you had to be there moments.
Okay.
No, but it's okay. Everybody can feel how they want to feel. I'm not perfect. I'm not, but I'm not sitting on here lying on Peach. I ain't lied on nobody. What fell on my ears probably shouldn't have not come. But we are on Messy Talk, where somebody can cash app you to say some shit that's totally not true, and it gets said, and sometimes it gets believed. That's just like the cash app that Bella just got. I didn't send it, but I think that it was completely not true.
I just want to say this, Laugh. We're gonna wrap it up now because we do got the other big things that happened this week. I just say, like, don't speak on it no more going forward. I think at this point y'all can all close the door on it and move forward.
You're right. I'm moving forward.
Yeah.
All right, Laugh. So thank you for coming up. The Dangerettes are here. For those that did gift the vloggers in the panel, thank you so much for showing them support. Their time is truly appreciated. So thank y'all. We are going to go into the next case.